Hello investors and traders, today I'll speak about three Germany dividend stocks. So let's start with the first company, it's Hapag-Lloyd. It's a Hamburg, Germany based container transportation and shipping company. The company has fleet of 255 ships with a capacity of 12 million TEU. Hapag-Lloyd is present in 137 countries and has about 40,000 employees. Let's check its chart. So it's in the weekly time frame. In my mind, yeah, using the ended wave, it was the first wave, the second, the third, the first, and the fifth. It was impulse. Then we had a correction, ABC move, and now I'm expecting this stock to start raise, to start to bounce. By the way, the dividend yield is now 16%, and its performance since the beginning of the year is this stock is up 21%. It's less than a month, so very nice performance. Let's check fundamental parameters on this stock. We can see the total score, total rank is 89, quite high figure. The financial stability, the financial position, debt to EBITDA ratio less than 1, interest coverage is very high, and ultimately the score is 5.3. It tells that the probability of default in the future years is very low, so very good financial position for Hapag. The marginality, gross margin is 53 and net margin about 50, so it's very low interest expenses, and the tax is also very low, so this stock is very highly marginal. The indicators of free cash flow grow, and the EPS grow. We see very high, about 100%, so the expectation for the future is very high for this company. The P ratio is now only 2 and PS 1.3, so very low valuation, very cheap stock. Any problems with liquidity, we can see that the current ratio and quick ratio are about 3. It's much higher than 1, so any problems with liquidity for this Germany company. And the dividends, of course, the dividend yield is more than 16%. The payout ratio is only 35%. It means that the company pays 35% from its net income every year. So here a nice huge potential for dividend growth and dividend increasement. And by the way, the 3-year dividend growth rate is 83%. The business is thriving due to higher freight rates that are yielding strong margins for the business and countering the adverse impact of higher costs. Hapag-Lloyd is one of the best German dividend stocks, as it offers a robust annual forward yield of about 60%. In the third quarter of 2022, the company's EBIT increased by 78% year over year and 10% on sequential basis. I have also experience in international logistic company, so let's have a look on the BDI, Baltic Dry Index. It's an index indicating the freight rates, the world transportation rates. Now we see that it's down from its high levels more than 80%, so it's very significant in my mind, of course. So now we traded at the level of 85 to 118.25, so 30 years ago. And of course here we have a major support level about 77.40. So I'm expecting, I think now it can be support level, and maybe from historically we saw a bounce from this major support level. But by the way, here there is size oversold, so maybe we will start to bounce. Anyway, Hapag-Lloyd has a nice dividends. Its market cap, it's not a small company, and any problems with that, as we saw, the interest coverage and debt to EBITDA ratio is quite safe, so of course you can receive a nice dividend from this Germany-based company. The next stock for today is Varta AG. So it's a Germany-based commercial, industrial and miniaturized battery supplier that aims to capitalize on the rising renewable energy market. Varta has a headcount of 4,000 employees in 5 manufacturing facilities. The company is active in 75 countries across the world. So let's check its chart. As we see now, we are down more than down more than 80% since its high levels. Now we are traded near the IPO levels. But check here, please check the RSI. The momentum indicator is it's 28. It tells us that the stock is already oversold. It can be a nice point to buy, nice level to buy. The dividend yield is 10%. Let's check its fundamental parameters. On annual basis, we can see that the margin is quite stable, 10%, 13%, 14%, and the expectations for the earning for this year is expected to show very small income, but then the EPS expected to grow, and the revenue still expected to show a slight growth, because last years it was less than billion, but in a few years the revenue expected to be higher than $1 billion. The company plans to continue the construction of the V4 drive battery plants once it receives bidding commitments from its customer. The plant will be focused on producing batteries for electrical vehicle. It must be noted that the pilot production produced as per the initial plans and manufacture batteries to fulfill the needs of a premium car manufacturer. According to some observers, Porsche is said to be the premium car manufacturer that Varta will be working for. So very nice clients expected to be for this company. The stock already oversold, and of course a nice dividend. So Varta, it's the second stock for today. By the way, the PS ratio, price per share, is now only 1.2. It historically for the last 5 years is the lower value. It was 15, 40, 12, but now it's less than 2. So it tells us also that the stock is now very cheap. And the last stock for today is BASF. It's a Germany-based chemical company, the biggest chemical company in the world, houses 111,000 employees, and has a business portfolio comprising 6 segments. Let's have a look on its chart. So in my mind, yeah, of course it's my opinion, I can be mistaken sometimes, but generally I think it can be very close to the truth. So it was impulse here since the dot-com crisis, the first wave, the second, the third, the first, and the fifth. Then now we last 5 years where it was a correction, ABC move. By the way, here the wave A, it was the first wave, the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. Then we had a bounce, it was wave B, and now most probably wave C is finished somewhere here. By the way, let me check the Fibonacci levels. Yeah, it's a very nice Fibonacci level. So I think that C finish here, and now we may see the BASF stock start to bounce. Anyway, the dividend yield is now more than 6%, market cap 47 billions. Let's have a look on it, fundamental parameters. The payout only 60%, so it's less than 100. So of course the company can increase its payout, dividends payout. On the quarterly basis, the margin not so stable, because it was 9%, now it's 4%, but still 4 or 5%. Anyway, it continued to stay a marginal company. The PE ratio is 9, and let's have a look on the expectations. Quite stable for the EPS, and the revenue, yes, still very stable. So what we can see that and let's have a look on the dividends. And last year's 3%, 4%, 5%, yeah, so very stable dividend payments. So of course BASF, it's a dividend stock, so it's third uh, the third company for today. So it was my view about Germany stocks, Germany dividend stocks. If you like this video, press the like button, don't forget to subscribe, and see you on the next time. Bye.